If you receive Medicare, there is a type of text message spreading right now in July 2026 that a lot of retirees are mistaking for a real Medicare notice. It looks official, it uses real-sounding language, it creates urgency, and in some cases it is specifically designed to get access to your personal information or your benefits account. Today, we are walking through exactly what these messages look like, why July is when they tend to show up, the four most common scam texts targeting Medicare recipients right now, and what you should do instead of clicking anything. One of these text messages is especially convincing because it looks almost identical to a real Medicare notice. We will cover that one in detail. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, there is one thing that Medicare almost never does, and knowing that single fact makes it much easier to spot every fake message immediately. Why July? Why does timing matter? Why scammers pick this exact month? Let's start with why July matters. Most people think scams happen randomly, but the people running these operations are organized. They watch the calendar, and July is one of the most active months for Medicare-related fraud attempts. Here's why. First, summer is when Medicare sends real notices. The annual review period for Medicare Advantage and Part D drug plans runs on a set schedule, and many people receive legitimate letters and notices during the summer months. Scammers know this. They design fake messages to blend in with the real ones you're already expecting. Second, July is when prescription drug costs create confusion. Medicare Part D has what is called a coverage gap, sometimes referred to as the donut hole, and some beneficiaries hit it in the middle of the year. When drug costs suddenly feel different, people are anxious and looking for answers. A text that says, "Your drug coverage is changing," lands at exactly the right moment of confusion. Third, cost of living adjustments and benefit updates get discussed a lot in the second half of the year. Scammers use that general awareness to send messages that sound like official benefit news. The result? In July, your guard may be slightly lower because you're already expecting some real communication from Medicare. That's exactly what these texts are counting on. Scam number 1, the fake benefit verification text. Open loop plant. The most common mistake retirees make is coming up. The first scam text to watch for is what we call the fake benefit verification message. It typically arrives as a text, sometimes it comes through an app notification, and it says something like this: Medicare alert, your benefit account requires verification by July 31st. Click here to confirm your information and avoid an interruption in coverage. Now, here's why this one works on so many people. It does three things at once. It uses the word Medicare, which feels authoritative. It sets a deadline, July 31st, which creates urgency. And it threatens a consequence. Your coverage could be interrupted. The link in that message does not go to Medicare. It goes to a website that is designed to look like Medicare's website. Once you're there, it asks for your Medicare number, your date of birth, and sometimes your banking information so they can update your direct deposit. Your Medicare number is like a Social Security number for your healthcare. Once someone has it, they can bill Medicare for services you never received. That's called Medicare fraud, and it costs beneficiaries billions of dollars every year, and it can create problems on your own record that are very difficult to fix. What to do? Do not click the link. Do not call the number in the text. If you're concerned about your coverage, call Medicare directly at 1-800-MEDICARE. That's the only number to use. Scam number 2, the fake Medicare card update. The second text scam is the Medicare card update message. It says something like, your Medicare card is expiring. A new card will be issued. To receive your updated card, confirm your address and personal details at this link. This one is effective because Medicare did issue new cards not long ago. They replaced the old cards that had Social Security numbers printed on them with new ID numbers. Many people remember that process, and so a message about a card update feels familiar. Here's the truth. Medicare does not send text messages asking you to confirm your personal information. Medicare does not text you. If Medicare needs to reach you, they send a physical letter to your address on file. That is it. Your Medicare card does not expire. It does not need to be renewed, updated, or resent because of a system change. If you ever receive a new card, it arrives in the mail from Medicare automatically, and you never need to click a link or confirm anything to get it. What to do? Ignore the text entirely. If you are unsure whether your card is valid, call 1-800-MEDICARE and ask a representative directly. Scam number 3, the prescription discount offer. The third message is the prescription discount scam, and this one is tricky because it starts as a benefit, not a threat. The text says something like, "You may qualify for a new prescription discount program through Medicare. Recipients in your area are saving up to $3,000 a year on medications. Claim your benefit here before the enrollment window closes." This feels good. It's framed as money you are entitled to. It uses the word Medicare. It mentions a real concern, drug costs, that many retirees genuinely worry about. But the link takes you to a third-party site that is not affiliated with Medicare. They're collecting your personal information to sell it to telemarketers, or they're signing you up for a program that charges monthly fees buried in the fine print, or they're simply harvesting your Medicare number. Legitimate prescription savings programs through Medicare are accessed through Medicare.gov or through your plan's official website. Medicare does not text you about new savings opportunities. What to do? If you genuinely want to lower your prescription costs, go to Medicare.gov and use the official plan finder tool. That is where real savings information lives. Scam number 4. Your coverage is expiring. The fourth scam text is the most alarming sounding one, and it is designed to be. It says something like, "Urgent. Your Medicare coverage expires at the end of this month. You must re-enroll immediately to avoid a lapse in benefits. Call this number or click here within 48 hours." Let's talk about why this message causes so much anxiety. For someone on a fixed income who depends on Medicare for their health care, the idea of losing coverage, even for a moment, is genuinely frightening. A hospital visit without coverage could mean tens of thousands of dollars out of pocket. So people react fast. They click, they call. And that's exactly what the scammer wants. Here's what you need to know. Medicare does not expire. If you are enrolled in Medicare, your coverage does not end unless you voluntarily disenroll, which almost nobody does. There is no annual re-enrollment required to keep your basic Medicare. Medicare Advantage plans have their own open enrollment periods, but those are communicated through official plan documents and letters, not urgent text messages with 48-hour deadlines. No real government program sends a text threatening to cut your benefits in 48 hours. That's not how any of this works. The most common mistake retirees make with these texts is responding before verifying. They call the number in the text instead of the real Medicare number. Once you call the number in a scam text, you're talking to someone whose only job is to get your information. What to do? Ignore the text. Call 1-800-MEDICARE. You can verify your coverage status in 2 minutes with a real representative. How to check safely and what Medicare almost never does. The one thing Medicare almost never does. Now let's talk about how to verify anything Medicare-related safely, and the single most important thing to remember. First, the one thing Medicare almost never does. Medicare does not send text messages asking you to take action, click a link, or confirm personal information. Period. This is the rule. Any text that claims to be from Medicare and asks you to do anything, click, call a different number, confirm details, re-enroll, is almost certainly not from Medicare. Real Medicare communication comes by mail. That is the channel Medicare uses for important notices. Here's how to check anything safely. If you receive a text claiming to be from Medicare, do not click the link. Write down what it says. Then go directly to Medicare.gov by typing that address into your browser yourself. Do not use any link from the text. Or call 1-800-Medicare, which is 1-800-633-4227. A real representative can tell you whether there is anything on your account that needs attention. If you receive a text about a prescription program, a drug discount, or a coverage change, verify it through your specific plan. Your Medicare Advantage or Part D plan card has a customer service number on the back. Call that number, the one on your card, not any number in a text message. If you already clicked a link and entered any personal information, act quickly. Call Medicare at 1-800-Medicare and let them know your Medicare number may have been compromised. Call your bank if any financial information was entered. Report the scam to the Federal Trade Commission at reportfraud.ftc.gov. And if you believe your Medicare number was stolen, you can request a new Medicare card at Social Security Administration. You are not in trouble for clicking something that looked real. These messages are designed by people who do this professionally. What matters is acting quickly once you realize what happened. Let's bring this together. In July 2026, there are 4 types of text messages targeting Medicare recipients that you need to recognize: the fake benefit verification text, the fake Medicare card update, the prescription discount scam, and the fake coverage expiration threat. All 4 use the same playbook. They use Medicare's name to sound official, they create a deadline or a consequence to create urgency, and they ask you to click something or call a number that is not Medicare. The real number is 1-800-Medicare. Save it in your phone right now. That's 1-800-633-4227. If you found this helpful, share this video with someone you know who is on Medicare. One warning can save a lot of confusion, and in some cases, it can protect someone's benefits and personal information from real harm.